You know, B, when it comes to the world of magic, there's many types of magic. There's many branches that you can go down, and there are individuals who currently still creating new magical systems to this day, you know? And so if you get so caught up in trying to figure out somebody do voodoo or voodoo or a part of Ifa, you're really limiting yourself. Santeria, those are known religions, known practices. You feel me? They're known worldwide, meaning that it's a large collective of people who has done it and has been actively, collectively working within those practices, cultivating those energies, right? So yes, those practices are powerful. Don't get me wrong, but they're not the only powerful practices because they're widely known. Don't confuse widely known with the fact that because something is not known, it doesn't have its own power. It doesn't have its own strength and what it is and how it moves, right? And so you get so caught up in those little systems of magic, you could really be limiting yourself to the things that you could tap into that you naturally do. For example, if you only thinking people do voodoo, hoodoo, Ifa, you feel me? You only thinking about these different practices, right? When you're going to do your work to protect yourself against something, someone put a spell on you or whatever, and you only know about these practices, you may not know what it is that you can do to combat these energies, right? So you only know about the known things. Oh, people do freezer jars. People do these different workings and stuff, you know, because I see a lot of it on TikTok, you know. You feel like, oh, I gotta do a core cordon, I gotta just do a roll opener. You know, I personally don't even subscribe to those things. And when I say that, it doesn't mean I haven't done a jar spell, doesn't mean I haven't did a roll opener. No, that's true. Although the spell work I do now, I don't have a name for those spells. I literally create spells, create them as I go. I create my petitions, I write them out. I speak what it is that I want and what I'm trying to happen, and I get the herbs that can correlate to that desire. I don't have a name for the specific spell that I'm doing because most of the spells I do are combination spells. Even when I'm removing something in the spell, I'm bringing something else into it at the same time. Even when I'm doing protection work, I'm still manifesting something else that comes from the fact that I'm protecting myself. You know, so a lot of the spell work that I do, I call it combination work because I'm always combining more than one thing together within that spell. Even with working with the elements, I don't normally just work with one element. I work with many of them because different elements do different things. It's all part of creating that bigger picture, you know, the land and the water working together to create, you know. And so I do my best to, what I realized in this moment, to mimic nature. Nature isn't composed of one thing, it's composed of many things becoming other things. It doesn't just stay one thing. When the rainstorms come, it's not just bringing nutrients to the land for the trees and for the plants. Shit, storms also knock shit down. It also destroying shit. So there are times when destruction and creation is happening at the same goddamn time, you know? And so that's also the same with spell work. You get so caught up in thinking that somebody is working you in one way, when in truth they're working your ass in multiple ways. And the only practices you know about are the largely worldwide known practices, and that would limit to you. Especially if you don't have any inside information about those practices, because certain practices can be what they consider closed practices, meaning there are certain knowledge and teachings that they will only share with beings that are practicing the practice, you know? And so, and also remember, not every practice has the same taboos or the same rules. You'll meet some Wiccans that believe in the rule of three, and they believe that, you know, you can't do hexes and shit because it comes back on you. You know, if that's what you believe, then you definitely shouldn't be doing any work on, you know, like in hexes and shit, you feel me? And I'm not encouraging anybody to do hexes, but the same way I won't tell nobody just to let somebody punch their ass, the same way I'm not gonna tell somebody to just let somebody do spell work on you, don't do nothing about it, just pray about it. Bitch, we all have free will. And the same prayers that work on a demon may not work on a human because of that free will. The human has a choice of what they doing and why they doing it and how they doing it. So you're gonna also have to make a choice to defend your goddamn self or to continue letting them harm you. It's your boy B. Bonsai, and obviously this is the message.